when you don't see tracking, or when you see tracking more in some places, you tend to position your business where there is footprint to pay for the business you put in there, and you have a very small footprint for some place that are not, but you just want to carry them along.
Well, I want to challenge everybody in this room. Singapore partners wanted to give us a product that they created that integrates with WhatsApp for us to run this entire conference and summit. And I was excited about it because it just works really well with you testing knowledge, right? So they were ready to give us that and sponsor us for that, but they also wanted that we would show their name on the thing and people here could also buy into it. What was the problem? They couldn't find a platform that does exports of payments in a way that it wouldn't impact them negatively. So I introduced them to Seller. It still wasn't straightforward. We couldn't find anybody that was willing to have that conversation. You have to understand that, like you said, it's a business decision. Why should I run a business whereby I have 50,000 people from Europe, I have 50,000 people from America, I have 1,000 people from Africa, Nigeria, and I can't get my money out after they have purchased? Why should I? It's not worthwhile. The lady said to me, sorry Pamela, we're going to have to pull out. It's not worth our time, effort, and everything. And I went to bat for Nigeria. They took something that is $20 and wanted to pay $20, and they said Nigerians should pay $1.50. So I mean, what else can I ask them for? From $20, if your IP comes in from Nigeria, it's $1.50. And they were willing to take it in Naira. Well, I mean, we couldn't, that would have been, I will reach out to her after the thing is over, but, they were really, really, why? She said because her data shows her that WhatsApp usage in Africa transcends every other continent. So they wanted to do the business. So we too have to start thinking. That's why I love that you're all product managers. You got to begin to start thinking about it. What can I bring to the table? What conversations can we bring to the table that will make it a win-win? The era of dash me that we have been thinking about in Africa has to begin to change. We have to begin to think that people are tired of dashing us stuff. Now, if you're going to do anything, let us come to the table from a place of strength. A place of strength. And how do we come to the table from a place of strength? We have to do our homework. I was so embarrassed. I mean, I twisted the arm.
So what specific challenge was that you wanted to be able to remit to get your payments back to?
They wanted it to be that, let's say we did this whole seminar, training, and we used it, and you all saw what that experience was. So they would first of all fund us. So that's like about $10,000 that made free because everybody gets to use it. Then you have your own business and you want to implement that using WhatsApp. You have communities because they know that you use a lot of WhatsApp. And then you want to buy. So they agreed to go from $20 to $1.50. So at least $1.50, most people might be able to. But not just $1.50, $1.50 connected with a Naira card, because we said to them, people have a problem with dollar cards. So okay, now they want to open it to Naira card, integrate it with financial platform in Nigeria, like Seller and all that. She actually went in, she did all the things. But then, how does she get her money out of Seller? So the challenge I am seeing is that more and more we need to begin to think about exporting. If we start thinking about exporting, then we will be able to provide services and excellence, and that's why our people can't do it. But what is stopping us? The same thing that happened downstairs today. This is Nigeria. You shouldn't expect that they should block an entrance. That thinking is what stops us. And one man cannot do this alone. It's not. It's got to be a movement of people that are really determined that they will be sought after from outside of us. And for you to put something in that category, there's got to be a level of excellence. We've got to begin to think compliance. We've got to think, that's why we're sharing all these things we were sharing before, because it's not a big deal to learn a tool. But it's a big deal for an American organization to endorse you and say, yes, you can ship out. It's a big deal because then that means they've looked at your quality and your standards and they consider you worthy. And we are worthy. The governance issue. Because at the end of the day, you get a whole bunch of 419 people using it as it. So that's why we cannot be separate from the government. If we want to really do a different thing, we have to find a way to communicate. And that's where my head now comes in,
Well, how do you know you are in front now?
Because you always respond when they...
Okay, so what I've designed, we actually have a company, a real company that is organized IT services. It's into auto care. And I don't know, many of us will have driven to petrol station and you have a cubicle, it's called a lube, where you drive your car into. They can change oil service, they can do wheel balancing and alignment there. So that's the kind of business that this organized IT services does. So it's an auto service. And that's why I've just done a basic service web page where people can go and book a service for basic maintenance fix for your car. And then we have the services that you can book from the site. The services you can book from the site. And of course, we have our mission statement. That's just the simple website. I am not going to be here.
All right. Thank you very much. Please give him another round of applause. For those of you that connected that did your website, please, we'll share your links with us because those are like, the amazing stuff that you've done. And we are ready to wrap it up now because I don't think anybody is ready to do anything but go home again. Huh? Brains are saturated. Remind me, what is the homework? Automation. Complete your automation. Don't disappoint now. Submit something else. are stored, are located right now. That is, the servers that host all this AI, everything you're doing is being stored somewhere. Find out why is it that they store it and where they're storing it, okay?